Hey everybody, I am so excited to share this opportunity with you. My name is Michele Newman and I am a Regional Vice President in Arbonne and most importantly, independent consultant. Thank you so much for taking the time to check out this video, whether you're watching it live or you've been sent this by a friend. I know that the reason that they're sending this to you is because they see something in you. So we don't just send this information to just anybody. So thank you for taking the time to listen. A little bit about myself. I am a mom of two. So I have a 5-year-old daughter who is all drama. And then I have a son who just turned 3. So definitely have my hands full there. I'm also a speech language pathologist and a behavior analyst by trade. If you would have told me that I would be here talking to you as a regional vice president in Arbonne or any other network marketing company, I totally would have laughed in your face. I say that because I'm the person who avoided a home party at all costs. I wanted nothing to do with them. The only reason I even went to my first Arbonne event actually is because my mother-in-law bribed me and she told me that she'd buy me something if I went. So I did go, kicking and screaming though. And one of the main reasons was I was working full-time as a speech pathologist. I was covering someone's behavior analyst maternity leave. I was teaching fitness classes. And my mother-in-law was helping our family and watching our daughter while I was working. So I was incredibly indebted to her. So my mother-in-law said, "You're coming with me?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." And I went. So at that event, I was asked 2 questions, and these are 2 questions I always ask of everybody because they really have changed the trajectory of my life. The first question is, where will you be in 5 years if you continue to do exactly what you're doing today, especially financially and time-wise? And that hit me really hard. You know, I was working as a speech pathologist. I was, like I said, I had a full plate. And I think one of the things that was really the hardest for me was I was a new mom and I had just watched my daughter take her first steps a few weeks before on a video that my mother-in-law took, and that was really hard. So I was ready for a change. I'd worked hard in my career. I had been the supervisor of the speech department. I had taught graduate courses at a university. So, you know, I did love my career. My specialty is non-vocal children with autism. So I was very passionate about it, but I felt like I would be a more present parent than I was able to be. And in 5 years, if I thought about it, I really didn't see that changing. So I listened with an open heart and an open mind, like we would ask each of you to do. And at the end of hearing a little bit about this opportunity I'm going to share with you, I decided I was ready to do it. So I decided on my way home I was going to call my husband, which was my first mistake. I will tell you, if you have questions, if you have reservations, talk to the person who sent you this video and they can share some research. Don't go and ask your friend Susie down the street because she's going to say, "Oh, I know this girl Betty and she started this jewelry thing and it totally doesn't work." And okay, I'm going to tell you guys now, talk to somebody who knows something about the industry. Don't listen to your mom. Don't listen to your spouse like I did. Because what happened to me is I went and I talked to my husband on the way home and I said, "Babe, I'm going to do this thing called Arbonne and I'm going to make all this money and I'm going to get a free Mercedes and it's going to be amazing." And my husband, being the realist, or I call him the pessimist, right, that he was, he's like, "Michele," he's like, "it's a pyramid scheme. Nobody ever makes any money in those things. Nobody ever gets the free Mercedes," which PS is parked in my driveway, but nobody ever gets that, right? And he said, I think this was what hit me the hardest was, you don't have the time. Like, where do you possibly see yourself fitting in one more thing? Well, you know, that was scary for me because he was right. And all I wanted was to be more present. And I was like, "Oh no, he's right. This is going to take me away from my family." I didn't do it. I listened to him. I call him today my dream stealer, but I didn't do it. I didn't jump when I had that tug in my heart. And so I watched my friend who was successful in growing her business, and I watched on Facebook, and I relocated. So fast forward about a year and a half, I relocated to the Carolinas. I had my second. So now I had a 2-year-old and an 8-week-old. And my friend called me. And at the end of our conversation, I said, so how's Arbonne going? And she said, well, I'm making a significant income enough to allow me to retire early from teaching. And she said that, it really was something that was transforming her life. She made some incredible friendships, and that she'd been to Puerto Rico paid for by Arbonne, was going to Los Cabos paid for by Arbonne. And I was like, huh. Oh, and she was earning her free Mercedes. So I said, like that could have been me if I would have jumped when my heart told me to, but instead I let someone talk me out of it. So at that point, I decided I was going to do it. I was like, I'm all in. I didn't talk to my husband. I didn't talk to anybody. And I just took a huge jump and leap of faith. So it was an amazing, amazing decision, because within a few weeks, I had reached our first level promotion, which I'll talk about. A few months later, I reached our second level promotion. And then what I realized, gosh, guys, it was like a year after I had started my business. So it was 2 days before we were going on an Arbonne incentive trip. So it was a cruise for 7 days on the Oasis of the Seas, all paid for by Arbonne, my husband, 2 kids, and I. And 2 days before, my husband lost his job. So the second question I was asked that night when I first heard this opportunity, which I ask each and every one of you, is, are you prepared for impact? If, God forbid, something were to happen to your primary source of your income, how long could you survive on your current savings? Well, I had said that question time and time again, but I never, ever thought I'd be living it. So it didn't matter how many letters I had after my name, how much education, schooling I had. My husband was always the primary income earner. So we went on that trip, but that year, that really hit us hard. It was devastating for us financially. And we were savers, but I'll tell you what, guys, it's not long before a mortgage, daycare, groceries, oh no, the car brakes went, and this and that. Like, these expenses add up, and it wasn't long before Arbonne was paying our mortgage. Arbonne was keeping my daughter in her gymnastics classes. Arbonne was buying our groceries. And when I had that shift and I realized you need to do this business before you need this business, and this opportunity was a gift that was meant to be shared with anybody and everybody who will listen. When I had that shift and was like, it's not about me and my family, it's about paying it forward to each and every one of you. Because we all have our reasons, we all have our struggles, and this gift is meant to be shared. And when I had that shift and stopped making it about myself and my family and started making it about other people, that's when we promoted to regional vice president. That free Mercedes that's in my driveway, it drives really nice. Guys, I was driving a 2005 Nissan Altima to the ground before I got my Benz. So I needed an upgrade. But to be real, it's not about the Mercedes. It's about the lives that are transformed because I said yes. And I'm a person who gets to give hope and dreams back to people and pay it forward to anyone and everyone willing to listen. And so I'm going to share some information with you tonight. Well, today, whenever you're watching it, right? You can watch this video anytime. But I'm going to share some information with you. And I really want you to think. Just take a second and close your eyes. I know, right? But it's a video, so no one can see you. I want you to take a second and close your eyes and think, when you were graduating high school and you had everything before you, you could be anything, you could do anything. What dreams and aspirations did you have? Ask yourself, is that what you're doing today? Or are you settling because reality kicks in and the daily grind kicks in? And so often those dreams that we had, we give up on. This is a vehicle to help you start dreaming again. So I'm super, in case you can't tell, I'm really passionate about it. I'm really excited to share this with you guys. If you haven't heard about Arbonne before, I want to tell you we are about 4 key things. We're about making healthier choices. We are about getting better results and turning your expense into an income, and honestly, just living your best life. Again, this opportunity is something that affords you all of those things. Our ingredient policy is unmatched. We are about pure, safe, and beneficial. Purest of products, botanically based. Our products are third-party tested. We have tons of different certifications. It's amazing to me the quality of our products and our commitment to pure, safe, and beneficial. All of our products have targeted, proven results, third-party tested and validated. We have 37 years of research and development. We're botanically based. We're free of gluten. We're non-GMO, no artificial dyes and sweeteners. We don't have any soy, no dairy, no whey. I had been using whey protein for years in the fitness industry. I had no idea the dangers of whey protein until I went in with my bag of whey protein pregnant and asked if I could still take it. And my doctor was like, you don't want that pregnant or not. It can cause problems with your kidney, your liver. I had no idea. These products are vegan certified. There's no animal byproducts in our products. You're not going to find roadkill in your lipsticks. I don't know if you guys know anything about animal rendering. I did not before I started this business. But basically in animal rendering, and I'm sorry, it's a little gross, but they take euthanized pets. They take roadkill. They take that like nasty sludge meat that sits in your grocery store and expires. It goes to an animal rendering plant, and they take all of that. They call it natural ingredients, right? And it's used in lipsticks and fillers and cosmetics. And it's natural. It is natural, right? But I want you guys to know we're free of that. We're free of petroleum ingredients. You're not going to find mineral oil, which mineral oil is in 95 to 98% of bath and beauty products. And it's a filler. And years ago, it used to be disposed of because it's toxic. Gasoline companies used to have to pay to have it disposed of. Now they sell it and they make a profit. And in the European Union, which we're held to European Union standards, there's 1,400 toxins and chemicals banned in bath and beauty in these products. Take a guess. I'm going to pause for a minute. I want you to take a guess at how many are banned in the U.S. 11. Yeah, 11. 1,411, because that's right. No, it's not right. I had no idea. I was a big label reader for what I was putting in my body, and no high fructose corn syrup, right? I knew my dirty dozen, so I'd buy certain things organic, minimal processed foods. I mean, I was a label reader, but I had no idea what I was putting on my skin. Guys, your skin is your largest organ in your body, and anything you put on your skin reaches your bloodstream in 26 seconds. These toxic ingredients like mineral oil, parabens, they're linked to cancer. I love that I can feel confident in anything. Our baby line. I mean, we have over 450 products that are all held to the same standards. We have a baby line. We have a men's line. We have an anti-aging line. We have like 5 different skincare lines. Plus we have nutrition. We have your vitamins. I love, love, love our sports nutrition line. And it's BCBA certified, or BACB certified. Sorry, BCBA, that's my behavior certification. That's not the same thing. BACB certified. So basically that's the highest certification standard that you can get in supplementation. So my point to you guys is that we have over 450 products that people are using every day, right? Because we have shampoos, conditioners, body wash. We hope people are showering every day. So we have these products, vitamins. People are using these. The average person uses like just under 50 products before they leave the house in the morning. Okay. I'm low maintenance and I still use that many products. So, so my point to you is these are products people are already using. You're not asking them to buy something else. You know, they're consumable. They wash down the drain. I love that. Because people reorder, you know, jewelry, like there's all these other companies out there, right? But how many bags can you have? Well, I guess some people can have a lot of bags. But my point is that you're not using them, you're not consuming them and having to reorder. You run out of your protein, you buy more protein. You know, my husband, my 2 kids, and I have a protein shake every day. These are products that I'm already using. I love everything about the products. I am not a numbers girl, but I am going to share some pretty profound numbers with you guys. The market share data for what people are spending on these products in the US only in 1 year. This is going to blow your mind. Okay. $80 billion a year is being spent on anti-aging skincare. 80 billion. That's one of our skincare lines. Okay. Then you have protein, fiber, and energy drinks, 12.2 billion. Now this was put together just a few years ago. So I'm going to ask you another question I want you to think about. What do you think that number is today if it was 12.2 billion a couple years ago? 12.2 billion a couple years ago, protein, fiber, and energy drinks. 27 billion, guys. People are looking for these products. Organic makeup, 300 million. Shampoo and conditioner, 20 billion. People are buying and consuming these products. The only thing that we're doing is we're redirecting their spending and we're teaching them how to shop at an incredible discount on pure and safe products. Numbers don't lie. Like I said, I'm also a behavior analyst. I mean, I'm a big, analysis kind of person. And you can look at this and you can be confident in that. And one of the things that's the most fun, I don't know if you're like me, but before I started my Arbonne journey, I would go to Target, let's say, for some body wash, right, or shampoo or conditioner. Then I'd go to Ulta, Sephora, maybe for some cosmetics. And then I'd go to GNC or Whole Foods for my nutrition. And what was I doing? I was lining their pockets. I was paying for their CEO shore house, right? Paying for their kids' college education. Now I buy online, my own store, super simple. It all ships right to me, right? And not only do I get 35 to 50% off of my product purchases, write it off in my taxes, but in addition, once you hit your first level promotion, you get 8% back in your paycheck. So you're turning your expense into an income. So to me, that was just a no-brainer. Well, a lot of people say, what's this network marketing? What's social marketing? What's it all about? It's a pyramid scheme, right? Well, I'm going to tell you guys, have any of you ever recommended a book that you've read? Have you gone to an amazing restaurant and yelped, right? Some people yelp while they're still eating. Or someone compliments you on your dress. Oh my gosh, thanks so much. I got it on sale at Macy's, right? We don't think twice about doing that. That's network marketing, okay? The only difference is with Arbonne, you actually get a paycheck. That author is not going to cut you a paycheck. Arbonne will. So you share products that you're using and that you believe in that make a difference in your life, and you get paid back on it. Network marketing is genius. More millionaires are coming out of network marketing than any other industry right now. It's estimated that 1 in 100 people in network marketing will be millionaires. And I know if you were sent this video, you're working with someone who will be, because we are linked to the top income earner in this company. And there is no way that you link arms with us and you are not going to the top of this company if that's where you want to be. But people say, well, I don't understand. How's Arbonne able to send you on all these trips? How is your compensation plan so generous? How do you get this free Mercedes you talk about, right? It's because it's simple distribution. So with traditional retail, right, it has to go from the manufacturer to the wholesaler, to the warehouser, to the advertiser, to the retailer. Then finally it gets to the consumer, right? That's 80% of that shampoo that you're buying in Target. 80% is going to that middle process. That's why they use all these fillers and all that crap in there, right? But with network marketing, it goes from the manufacturer, right, Arbonne International, through the consultant, right to the consumer. And this is what you're going to love the most, is that it goes through the consultant ID, but we don't do inventory. We don't deliver. Guys, if I had to deliver products, I would not be doing this business. Let's keep it real. I'm all about simple. Okay, so manufacturer, through your consultant ID, which is all online, e-commerce. Amazing, right? I mean, who doesn't love Amazon Prime? And then it goes right to the consumer. So that 80% that these other companies are wasting, we're investing in research and development. We just reformulated our top product lines because we're cutting edge. We are the gold standard. And that is something that you can be proud of. And that's how we're able to do it, is because we take that 80% markup, we invested in our product development, right? We invested in research, and we invested in our consultants. That's why we have such a generous compensation plan. So I do want to talk about a few people who endorse network marketing. One of them is Paul Zane Pilsner. He was the person who predicted the dot-com boom, like back in the day when computers were the size of like a room, right? He predicted that people would have computers in the palm of their hand, and people thought he was crazy. Does anybody have a smartphone? So, he's calling this the perfect storm, health and wellness. Right? We're in a health and wellness revolution. You can't deny it. You walk into Walmart, Walgreens, and it's gluten-free, non-GMO, organic, right? So you partner that with a home-based, internet-based business, the perfect storm. That's what this company is a part of. Okay, Robert Kiyosaki, author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Most people know Robert Kiyosaki, okay, top economist. He says the richest people in the world are building networks. The rest are just trained to work. So you might say, like, well, this all sounds interesting, but I don't know if I can fit it in, right? That was one of my fears. So I'm going to tell you, I don't have time for complicated, and I don't think you do either, because I don't know anyone in the world that I've ever come across that is like, I have all the time in the world. No, it doesn't happen, right? Simple system for success. We share a product, we build a team, and we earn an income. Wash, rinse, repeat. Wash, rinse, repeat. That's it. It's a copy-paste system. Okay, if you can read, you can copy, you can paste, you can do this business. Okay, that's one of the things I love about it. And going back to that whole pyramid thing, which was my husband's first objection. Okay. This is what I had to say to him, and this is what I would challenge each and every one of you. Think of corporate America. Think of a school district. Think of a medical setting, right? Corporate America, for example, you have one CEO at the top, right? Then you have your VPs, middle management. Then you have those people in the trenches day in and day out. Well, how many people are at the top? One, right? One at the top, one CEO. And how does that spot become open? Well, the CEO dies, resigns, right? Or does something really bad. Either way, right? Well, however, he has to leave that spot, he or she. And then what? And then you're like, you know what? I'm the hardest worker in here. I'm going to be the CEO tomorrow. Is that how this works? No. It doesn't matter how many years of experience you have, how many college degrees you have. Somebody else determines your worth. There's tons of people fighting for that top spot, right? Because there's only one. What I love about Arbonne is that we all are independent consultants, and we all start at the same level. And you determine where you fall in this company. That to me is genius. And if someone is rocking their business and you're sleeping, someone's going to jump right over you. Okay, you don't ride on someone's coattails. And I love that about Arbonne. Versus corporate America, like you don't think that those VPs and middle management are benefiting from those people in the trenches day in and day out? I love controlling my own income and getting out of it what I put into it rather than someone else telling me I'm worth it, and determining my fate. So I've got to tell you, we just got back from a training conference in Vegas, and we're just so fired up right now because you guys are sitting at the best time to jump into this company. This is ground floor Google right now. We have 1% brand awareness, and guess what? We are exploding. People are jumping in like crazy because people are searching for this. And our global expansion is massive. So we're in the US, we're in the UK, we're in Poland, we're in Canada, we're in Taiwan, we're in New Zealand, we're in Australia. I think I said that yet. And in 2018, we're going into Germany. This is huge. This company is predicted to blow up internationally, and you can be a part of it. You don't want to be the one on the outside, like, woulda, coulda, shoulda, right? This is the perfect time to jump in, and it may or may not be the perfect time for you, but I have to ask you, and I don't know in your life, but in my life, was there ever a perfect time for any major decision? I don't remember being like, oh, I got tons of money in the bank. Let's get married now. Let's go have a kid because, really, right? This may or may not be the perfect time for you, but guess what? This is the perfect time for this company and for this team. And everyone is going. This train is not stopping. So you can choose to be on it, or you can be waving and be like, man, I wish I would have been on that train. So I want to talk to you about the income levels, because for me, this is where it really got interesting, because I hate to say it, but I was totally against network marketing as an industry. And I was like, oh, isn't that cute, your little lipstick business? I had no idea what this was capable of. So income, right? So the different income levels, we keep it simple. There are only 4. First, management level is district manager. You're making a couple hundred to $1,500 a month. So for you, that could be maybe car payment. That might even be your mortgage payment, right? And you get 8% back in commissions on the products that you're purchasing. Next level is area manager. I love this because this is where you have a willable business that you can will for up to 3 generations. To me, that's amazing, because if something ever happened to me, my kids could pick up my business and run with it, or they could just collect that residuals, because we do earn residual income in this business. As an area manager, a second level, you're making about $1,500 to $4,000 a month. Guys, this is all part-time alongside your career. Many of us, even at the VP level, are still working. Some working full-time. So this is something you can do alongside what you're already doing. The next level people call the Benz level, right? That is regional vice president. That is where you get to pick out your shiny Mercedes. It can be pre-owned. It can be new. It's yours. Arbonne gives you $800 a month allowance to pick out any Benz you want. And if you get one, people always ask us, if you get one that's $600 a month, yes, you can keep the $200. As a regional vice president, you're making $4,000 to $14,000 a month, just for fitting this in the nooks and crannies of your life, talking to people. That is so powerful, because you're helping people. People express a need, and you have an answer. You have a solution. If they're tired, the top 3 stressors are how people look, how people feel, and the opportunity for income. So it comes up organically in conversation all the time. But rather than complaining with them or listening to them without a solution, you have a solution for their problem. And then the top level of the company is national vice president. National vice president, they bump up your Benz allowance. You get $1,000 a month, and you're making about $22,000 a month on average. $22,000 a month on average. To me, I looked at that and I'm like, wow, that's where I'm going. That's where I want to be. That's where you're really changing lives. So there are 3 ways to win in Arbonne, we like to say. The first is you can sign up as a client. You would get amazing products, but you would be paying full price. We say friends don't let friends pay full price. The second option is as a preferred client. Preferred client, it's $20. I compare it to like a Costco membership. You pay $20 for the entire year, and you get 20 to 40% off of your orders. And then the third, which is why you were invited and to watch this video, is as a consultant. And as a consultant, you're earning you get 35% off of your discount. It's only $79. It's a one-time fee for the entire year. It's only $30 a year to renew, and you have the opportunity to build a global business, earn your cash bonus, right, for your Mercedes. So I always like to wrap up with this. There are 4 key things you want to look for in any network marketing company. This isn't coming from Michele Newman. This is coming from Professor King, Charles King, who was a business professor. So the first is consumable products. Okay, we talked about this. These products go down the drain. I will go to sleep and be up $4,000 in sales. Why? Because people log in and they reorder. We have that opportunity for residual income, which is huge. So consumable products, right? People, and a lot of times we have over 450. Someone might start with a nutrition set, and then the next order, they're like, oh, I need a new mascara, or, oh, look at that shampoo and conditioner, or I need a baby set, whatever it might be. So residual income, consumable products. Marketplace demand, I talked about it. Those numbers don't lie. $80 billion a year in anti-aging alone. Timing and trends, health and wellness, home-based, internet-based business. Guys, timing and trends is in our favor. More millionaires are coming out of this than any other industry out there. You can be one of them. And then the last one, which to me, this is the most powerful, and my national vice president, you might have heard this if you listened to Jen, her husband said, at the end of the day, if you go into an assisted living facility and you ask someone what their regrets are, no one's going to say, I wish I would have worked harder. I wish I would have put more hours in the office. They're going to say things like, gosh, I wish I would have been more present. I wish I would have been so stressed out with my kids. I wish I would have gone on more vacations and lived life more. I wish that when I had those dreams in high school, when I was graduating, I didn't let them die. I wish I would have lived out my dreams and lived my life to the fullest. And honestly, guys, this is what that opportunity can do for you, because Arbonne has all 4 things: consumable products, marketplace demand, timing and trends, and the ability to leverage your time, which to me is the most important. So I'm going to ask you again, where will you be in 5 years if you continue to do exactly what you're doing today? And are you prepared for impact if, God forbid, something happened to your primary source of income? Maybe it's not layoff. Maybe it's injury. Maybe it's, death, whatever it might be. If something happened to your primary source of income, how long could you survive on your current savings? Now, I'm going to close, and I really want you, because you can get off this video and you can think of 50 million reasons why this business won't work for you. But I want you to stop. And I want you to ask yourself, what if it does? What if it does work for you? What dreams can you be living out? Whose lives can you change? Who can you be donating to because you're making $22,000 a month and you don't need $22,000 a month to live, right? What could you be doing for other people? How can you pay this forward to others? So I want to thank you guys for taking the time to listen. I'm so grateful for each and every one of you, and I cannot wait to see what's in store for you in your journey. So thanks again, guys. Take care. Have a great night.